Alright, welcome to part 5 of the series from my journey how I become a multi-millionaire, aka road to 5k a month with copywriting for right now. Today I'm going to give you the updates that I wanted to show you the last week originally, what I've done so far on my journey, and give you some new changes to what I showed you 2 weeks ago in episode 4. If you didn't watch episode 4 right now, then go check that video out. That's the second newest video, or like 2 videos older than this one on my channel. So watch that one first, because otherwise nothing or not much is going to make sense from this video. So for those people already watched that video, I'll say let's get right ahead and I can show you all my lessons, or the most important lessons I learned in the last 2 weeks within 10 minutes or something like that. And I'll say let's get started. Alright, so that you guys have a rough structure of what's going to happen in this video, we're going to start again with when and how of my goal, because some things have changed. Some updates of what I've actually done this week, or like the last 2 weeks, well, what did actually happen, because last week, like 2 weeks ago, I was at a point where I just barely started out with my plan right now, because I've changed it in that episode, or before that episode. And then I'm going to show you the lessons, so the most important things that I actually learned that are crucial for you achieving your goals for yourself, and just general life principles that will save you a lot of time, a lot of suffering, and a lot of pain in your business yourself. So when, first of all, my goal in general, in like the complete everything, is to make 10 million. Maybe if I have that amount, I want to make more, I don't know. But first of all, 10 million, because then I will be financially free. And in order to do this, I will have some very, very big business with probably coaching people in a high ticket space. And in order to get that started in the first place, I have to get proof of concept that I can run a business at all and make some money for myself. Because in case you don't know me, I'm 16 years old and I'm not in a place where I have enough money to actually get along and survive. So I have to get started with that first. And when I have that done, this first model where I use copywriting, where I just want to get to 5k a month or something like that, then I can start that bigger thing. And you'll obviously also be able to watch the videos. If you watch this in the future, maybe you can already watch the videos where you can see me how I actually start that bigger thing. But right now it's just about that. So without further ado, the next little goal that I have is to make the first money, the first actually like real life money, and not just having some actions there and some results, actually making money in about the mid of April. And that is still pretty pessimistically planned. I could make money in 5 days, theoretically, from that, but I cannot calculate with that. And as I told you last episode, it's not that smart to set goals on a time frame. I'm still doing this for some part, because the actions that lead me to making money are something that I can plan, something where I can stress myself a bit to make this a bit faster. So that's about my guess where I will probably make the first money with this. And now I'm going to show you again how I will actually do that. So what I'm still doing is appointment booking for other people. I have a pay on results offer, and my plan was to message 200 agency owners to do that for them. I've done exactly that. And from there I want to start making the first thousands of dollars with this new model. As you might know, I already made about $3,500, but from other methods, and it took way too long. It took almost a year to do that, and you don't want to make 3k per year, you want to make 3k per month. So that's why I've changed to this model, and I'm also it's just a lot more fun. I can scale this a lot faster. It's not the standard copywriting thing where you want to work with clients and then the client takes forever to respond, and it's just like if you're driving with a car and you have like some normal people walking in front of you, and you just can't drive because these people are in the way, and you can, you just can't be like faster. For example, when you're driving or like going by bike and there are some people, how do you even call that in English? Like some people walking in front of you, and you just can't. You have to be like very slow because of that, and that's incredibly frustrating. And that's why I want to do this, because that is something I can do by myself. So now for the updates, what actually happened as a quick update from the last episode. My goal, or what I've done so far, was having the first 50 outreaches sent out. I knew that people actually view my stuff, and in a pretty good amount. So when I sent like 50 things out there, like 11 people watched that or something, which is quite good actually, in case you didn't know. Most of the times there are like 2 people. And at that point, so 2 weeks ago, nobody was interested at that point. Well, we had some changes in between, and I want to quickly show them one by one. The first thing is that I did more than 200, I found more than 200 people, and I've sent out these 200 messages, so exactly what I planned to do. I had about 5 people interested at that point, which is absolutely not much. It could have been 10 or 12, but in context of that I've just started with that outreach system, 5 people is quite okay. And I also had 3 calls booked in my calendar. I can also show you some little proof here at that point. Plot twist, by the way, I just figured out that it is another person I'm going to talk to tomorrow. Interesting thing to see. But yeah, so by the way, this person is a double booked call, so that's like the same person because he didn't show up first of all. And that is censored by me just a few seconds ago because it's a pretty unique name and I want to have some privacy at least in showing you like who am I actually like working with. But I guess there are like 20,000 people who are called Alexander. But these are calls that are booked in my calendar, so I guess I can show you more proof. It's actually like a real life website thing here, and I talked to them, and one of them, to give you some more updates, or well, actually, first of all, the one person didn't actually show up. So 2 people showed up from these 3 calls, and I will see whether the 4th call, whether I will get the third show up there, but it will probably happen, so it's pretty common. And I got one deal with someone who's now paying me $100 per appointment, so per call that I book. And as you can see, that I've already booked 4 calls with that system that I set up like 3 weeks ago. I would have already made like $300 there because I get paid per show up. So it's in case you're not like too much into this space, that's not like crazy much money per call, but I want to get started at that point because as soon as I know that I can do this, then I can increase my price over time. I will get more testimonials, and you always want to start with a lower price and then you want to increase this over time as you see that you're actually better and you can deliver better. So that's how that works, and there are certainly people who pay like double that amount. Then I've already built that system for the client. So I not only like in the last 2 weeks did I actually get like the first client, which was the goal for March, and now it's like in 5 days is like going to be like April. But I've already built the entire system for that person, and everything like all the problems that I have right now is just that first of all, I didn't find too many people actually. I've just found 11 leads, and I haven't sent like any outreach to these people. And my goal right now is to send about 1,000 outreaches to these people, or like to clients, to people that could become his clients, and that's about a big number, a number where I estimate that at that point I can get the system to the point where when I send 100 outreaches, 3 people are actually going to book a call, which means about $2.7 to $2.5 per outreach, and you can't do a ton of outreaches, so that's going to be at least like $2,000 per month or something like that. So that is my goal for first of all. And maybe it sounds like crazy, like all these results that happen immediately. I just wanted to let you know, I've been working on such systems since September last year, and I already know some business principles from 2023, like 2023. So it just takes some time, and this is not what you can expect when you just get started. You'll need to have some experience, especially in appointment booking. But I've been in business before that, so my business age in that sense is already like 2 to 3 years, like 2 years. And you shouldn't compare yourself with other people in a particular age, but the business age. So if someone is in business since 2 years, you can rather compare yourself to that person than to me as I'm a 16-year-old. And yeah, I'm still using that because it's kind of, it gets people's attention when I say, well, I'm 16 years old or something, but at the end it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just like a couple of years, and you'll get the same skill, probably even faster because you're a bit older and you have more stuff to learn by yourself. Maybe you're younger watching this video, then I'll really appreciate you just beating me and achieving the same stuff with 15 or something. Will be cool, but yeah, we'll see. So right now, my next goals are going to be... I'm sorry, time is going off. My next goals are going to be to send a ton of outreach and also to find people that are actually qualified, because actually finding people that are not just sort of some random email address that some random software gave you, but actually a person where you know, okay, that person is in the exact niche, the person has the money for the service, it speaks the right language, he or she speaks the right language, and as soon as you know that, the quality is going to be a lot better. But that's something you can't get when you just search on like Google Maps for like random businesses. It's not that qualified, and some people don't understand what you actually want to offer them, even though they are in the niche and some things. But that is some updates on what I'm doing. And another thing is I'm going to do these videos bi-weekly, so not once a week but twice a week, so that in the other week I can always make some other videos where I do other stuff. So that's why, by the way, this I told you in the last episode that I'm going to do this weekly, but I will do this right now like once every 2 weeks. Now about the lessons. The video is already pretty long. It's pretty simple. The lessons in business are you have to understand maths first, and it probably sounds like what the fuck, like what has that to do with business? The thing that I'm meaning is you have to understand that your business is limited to a certain equation with which you can make money. So for example, when you have a low ticket school community that costs $100 per month, or like 99 per month, 97 per month, then you know that in order to get a certain, like when you have 10 people in there, or let's say when you have like 100 people in there, you're going to make about 10k per month. And when you know that, then you know, okay, so my goal is not actually to do that, but your goal is to get 100 people to join that community. Okay, when I write a page, maybe that page has like 5% conversions, then I just have to get, I first of all have to establish that, and I have to get 100 people on the page. And then you know, okay, I have to find 100 people, maybe with outreach, maybe with YouTube, something like that. And then you know what you actually have to do, and then you can have specific inputs that you actually have to do, because there are tons of people who want to get to 10k a month, but they don't know how to actually do that. And as soon as you know what you have to specifically do in order to get to your goal, then it's going to be a lot easier, and you can and you'll also be able to just achieve it a lot faster. Because for me, when I know, okay, I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, I'm just going to say, okay, let's go. I'm going to do that, and then I can just work very, very hard and very quickly to achieve these things. And then I know, like, sooner or later that will get me to the goal. But I can't say, okay, I want to get to 10k a month as fast as possible without having any further plan, or having like some specific numbers for other achievements. And that's also why I'm saying I want to have like 200 outreaches, and that was like a rough calculation where I thought, okay, when I send 200 outreaches, I'll probably get like 1 or 2 calls. Plot twist, I got 4 in my calendar, and 3 of them are probably going to show, or at least 2 people. So, and also, you know, calculating with show-ups, it's all pretty important, because if you don't understand these basic principles, it's going to be a lot harder. That's the first thing. Second thing is that you want to plan pessimistically. And what I mean with pessimistically is, I guess it's pretty obvious, but like when I'm actually planning, it means that I'm going to, for example, like here, give myself more actions to do than I would actually need in order to achieve the goal. Because in business, it can always happen that some things go wrong, and when things go worse than you actually planned, you're screwed, you know, because it just freaks with your brain when you thought, okay, my expectation was I have to do this, and in reality you have to do this. It's going to result in you not wanting to work, basically. So you want to set yourself goals that in terms of the input that are actually bigger, so that you have to do more. So it's basically guaranteed that you'll get what you actually wanted to get. And so that's why, for example, here I haven't said to myself, okay, I want to do 100 outreaches, I want to do 200, and then you're always safe. So that's another very, very important principle, and that's also why we don't want to use time frames when we set ourselves goals, because it's having the same effect. And like I already said, you want to have the exact actions, but you just don't you don't just want to have the actions, you actually want to know, okay, when am I going to do this? Because if you have an exact action plan, so a particular to-do list that says, okay, I have to do this, and as soon as you have everything done, you'll be at 10k per month. And I have something like that. Obviously my goal is not 10k per month right now, but less. But I have a list like that. And as soon as you have that list, you want to plot this on the days in your calendar. And maybe you already know the warm-up from Sam Ovens or from Charlie Morgan. student from Sam Ovens. Sam Ovens, by the way, is the guy who founded School together with Alex Hermosi. And I want to quickly show you an example of the format in case you don't know this, because that's very important. And as soon as you know how to use that and plan this onto your days, you'll be able to be very, very productive and achieve a lot of things and get a lot of work done in a particularly short amount of time. Let me show you. All right, so first of all, you have this dashboard, and don't want to like, why it's like so zoomed in and everything. I don't want to show you like my entire life. I just want to show you how to use this tool. In the dashboard, you will see all these single things that so the macro overview of what you're actually wanting to achieve. And so, for example, you can see it right here. It's like orange. You can see, okay, I'm wanting to do some things there. Quick note, I want to send 1,000 outreaches there. And other things like, for example, here, I wanted to have some breaks where I can say, okay, what am I actually doing? How can I improve what I'm doing? And you just have like a macro overview. And then you also have little months. And I can, for example, go into August, because I guess I haven't planned anything for that month at least. I can make this a bit bigger again, or like smaller, however you want to call it, and it takes forever to load, I'm sorry. But you can see right here that you can plan every single action into the single days. And if you know how long something is going to take around, just plan double the amount of days or something for that. And then you just want to set goals for every single day. And then as soon as you plan your day, you just take these goals and plot them onto your calendar. And when you start out, you won't know like how much can I actually achieve in a single day. Just try it out. Try some very easy plannings, something that's where you know it's guaranteed that you can do that. And then you'll do this for some time, and then you'll start to get some kind of feeling on how you can actually achieve certain things, or like how fast. And then you can apply these for the certain days. And I have a link to a template like this in the description. And this isn't just the normal warm-up that you know that you could get anywhere. It also has some HLA trackers. What are HLAs is also something that I'm going to tell you in just a second. You can use that here, and that's in German for myself right now, but you can write down here each day how much hours have you worked. So for example, on one day you write down 6 hours, then you had 8 hours, and then you can just see like what are you actually doing, because what is measured gets improved just by measuring it. Like as soon as you start to track your calories, you're going to immediately improve the calories that your caloric intake to the amount that you want to have. So for example, when you want to lose weight, as soon as you start tracking your calories, you'll be able to see that your calories after some time just will go down that you intake, or at least it's very, very likely. And if you track the amount of hours that you actually work, and after a day you see, I worked like 2.5 hours today, yesterday was 7, like why? And then you will immediately start to improve that, even if you don't have any actual like concept on how to increase that. You'll just naturally figure that out. Then this is saying like how much, like how good that day was. So for example, this day what was like a 10 out of 10 is like 100% day, and then you can just like write 100%. For example, on another day when you set yourself some goals and you've achieved only like 85% of that, then you can write like down 85% or something for that day. And as soon as you have 100%, and you're already pretty much lying, because you could have done something better. And the best way to measure that by is just to see, okay, have I achieved everything that I set myself for this day? Because as soon as you have that, you basically have 100%. Then you have these HLAs. I'm going to explain that in the future. Then you also have how much you've meditated, because meditation is very important to increase focus and everything. And then that's morning routine and evening routine, just to see whether you're actually like whether that was on time and you didn't waste time there. And then you can also set yourself some notes on the side, what or like accomplishments, what you actually achieved in these days, just in case you're like very demotivated and you want to get some motivation back. You can do that right here. And yeah, that is pretty cool. And I guess you can check out first thing in the description. You'll just get access to the document. You just have to click on file, make a copy, and then you can make yourself your own copy. And it's obviously going to be in English and not in German, so you can use that for yourself, and then you can plan everything there. And yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. I will say let's go ahead and continue with the video. Right. So what is an HLA? Because I talked about HLAs already like 3 times or something in this video. HLA stands for a high leverage activity. And in case you don't know what leverage is, it basically means that you don't do much work and you get a bunch of results for that. And if you work on HLA, so activities that have high leverage, you're obviously by nature going to achieve your goals faster. And you want to only focus on these specific action items that I just talked about all the time, because it doesn't make sense to work on something else. Like some exceptions are, first of all, you have a result from an activity that you've done earlier, and you have to deal with that. So for example, right now, I've already sent outreach in order to get more clients, and now I have a client and I want to send outreach to that person. But now I got a call from another person that has booked a call from the outreach that I sent previously. So the call that you just saw like some minutes ago in the video. That call is obviously something that I'm going to do, and that's not my high leverage activity. That's the first exception. Second exception is when you want to do something and you don't know how you can actually do that. So you like learning that will also be part of, or like actually belongs to the HLAs, but it's not the specific activity. And you have to be very careful with not learning too much information. You always need to have like a healthy balance between how much do you learn and how much do you act. And as soon as you act like too much and you don't know like what to improve, you can learn a bit more. But as soon as if you learn too much, you're going to be very you'll have like analysis paralysis and you can't work. So then you have to do some actions again, and you really just want to focus on these HLAs. Like that's the key to becoming successful. Have these specific actions that you need to take, and you know what you have to do probably, and then just do it, and don't do anything else. Just focus on that, and the more you do of these actions, the more likely or the quicker it's going to happen that you will be like achieve your goal, whatever that goal is. And now the last 2 things. I planned the video to take 10 minutes, and it took 20 minutes. What I've learned this week in particular was to understand my client's niche first of all, because it's a bit different from like other niches that I've been targeting before. So that's something where my skills have improved definitely, especially when I created that email system and everything for that person, and also how to find leads. In case you don't know, the lead is a person that could become your client, so someone who's going to pay you, customer, whatever. And finding leads is pretty different, because when you want to work with YouTubers, you're obviously going to search on YouTube. But when you want to find like some random business owner that you cannot find on YouTube and cannot find on LinkedIn or on Facebook or whatever, on Instagram, because they don't give their email there, then you have to figure out, okay, how can I actually find these people? And there are a lot of different methods and everything on how to do that. And that's another thing I've learned. I'm obviously not going to tell you that right now, because A, it's pretty boring. B, you probably won't need it right now, so it's a waste of time for you to watch it. And C, I'm not even that good at that, so I'm not going to explain it like all right now. But yeah, these are my updates for this video. I will press Ctrl-Z to make everything beautiful again. And yeah, that was my presentation for this week. And yeah, in 2 weeks we will see the updates from March. Plot twist, I'll probably not have made any money this month, or like not much more, but that's how reality is. And yeah, I hope you could learn something from what I've shared with you today from this video, and see like gather some more experience. And yeah, what I can say right now is just please use this wall map, get yourself some actions you need to take, and then just work on them. And that's the way you're going to become successful the fastest. And I'll say we'll see each other in the next video. Bye.